It's a special gift for Miracle Norris. Apparently, since you said you love lightsabers, I thought maybe I'd just have you take a look, see at this. This is a dark side lightsaber from Ultra Sabers called the Dark Apprentice V4. If it was the normal one, it would just be silver, silver looking. I got it in a violet amethyst LED. So now I'm going to turn these on. Then I'm going to turn this tube light on. Take me a second or so. Anyways, now this mimics the Japanese Naginata. So I'm going to turn this on. Wow. That's one of those ripper blades that I bought. They're like a solid slab of, turn it over. They're just like a solid slab of plastic. Oh, I didn't mean to knock that over. I'll pick it up after I make the video. Anyways, to look at like across there, that's part of it. You see how it goes straight slightly and then curves up into a bigger area right here at the end. That really does mimic the Naginata form with the blades that they used in Japan. And that shows, let me turn on the torch light on the, yeah, that's attached to my smartphone to be exact. It's a really good type of torch light, so you can see at night if you had to. And that's what I added to some of the pipe saber extensions I bought. This one was from what's like a Saber Hilt Piece from what do you call that? That's a custom Saber Shop. I just bought it there, and I'll give a link to that in the description of that website if you want to take a look at that too. I mean, building it is very difficult because you'd have to add the electronics, if you know what I mean. I got some grease on it. I didn't have that. I'll probably wipe it down later, but my gosh, that's really quite nice. Anyway, this is something I think is really cool. I think, yeah, I might have got a little bit of grease on that. Just a minute, and I will, wipe it down. I'll try to, anyways. Hopefully that'll do some good. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Now, that's definitely a female samurai with a dagger right here in its sheath, and then one of the tachi swords. The tachi swords are the ones with the edge blade, the edge inside the sheath more down instead of up, because if it was just regular katana form, they draw it up and over, but then in regular samurai combat with armor, they would do it down and up, as they draw. So I've studied these forms, as a matter of fact, and there were a lot of female samurai who used the Naginata. So that's about the same, image as this, but there's men who have used it before also. So I mean, there's been ninjas who are men that actually used these before. They're very easy to use, and they're very easy to carry. So to be honest, I've got like a pipe saber extension coming in the mail that's about 15 inches long, as a matter of fact, about like this. It's this one right here, goes all the way to the bottom. And you just add the pommel from the lightsaber you have. Simple enough. So that's going to add more, like another 15 inches. So it's probably going to stand a little bit more like that up off the floor. That's going to look really cool too whenever I add that. It's just a straight 24-inch blade. So it's going to be like a short shaft pike, that like spear that's more Japanese form. The ones with the shorter shafts would be more, would have like a slightly longer blade. Kind of like a sword blade, if you know what I mean. But those were they're very rarely seen. It's more like, I don't know, 47 Ronin actually used those. So anyways, they did that because they had to travel with something like that, you know. It's very type of, very strange, very, not strange, but very different type of sword. Very different type of spear forms. And usually spear shafts will go all the way up to about right there, and then it has a shorter blade, about, you know, 16-inch, I believe. So let's set that there. Here's that one of those other ones. I guess he's got another, just has another hilt on it. I've got another pommel that has that it came with. It has vented, vented areas in the bottom for sound, but the speaker broke, so I had to take that thing out. Thank goodness it still works. I mean, let me show you. Okay, let me turn this off and I'll show you. Yeah, this one needs a little bit, needs batteries again, that's all it is. It needs a battery refill because it's not as bright as the last one. Otherwise it would be pretty bright, you know. So, it's still pretty good. I mean, I need to put something down there because it has no, you know, sound right now. And you can hear it rattles around too much. So that's part of the problem. If it rattles too much, it's going to damage it a little. So, Conquer Badger signing off. Hope this was really fun for you to see anyways, Medical Norris. Now, before I turn it off, I want you to know, before I turn off the video, I want you to know, I bought this from Etsy.com. That's in Great Britain. They had to ship it all the way across the ocean just for it to get here. There you go. They did have it from that area, but Riverblades.com is the only other place that sells it. But it's very expensive from Riverblades.com, so I bought it in a kit form. So I just had to shave the edges using a piece of cinder block, if you know what I mean. Just move it up and down, you know. It wasn't all that difficult, if you know what I mean. So I just, you know, gave it the frosted look right there just by doing that, and that was simple enough. Okay, now I can turn it off easily enough. Okay, may the force be with you always.